How can investing in the stock market help you land a job? Hi, I'm Teri and you're watching the Modest Economist channel. Yes, I actually think that investing in the stock market can help you land a job, and it can certainly help you get through an interview. One of the biggest challenges for anyone going into an interview is being able to connect with a stranger in a very short period of time. What are you going to say to be memorable? What is your edge? How are you going to prepare? So let's think about this for a moment. You're in an interview and you've come to the part where the person who is interviewing you says, "So what do you think about our company?" Are you prepared? Or do you say, "Well, can you tell me again exactly what it is you guys do?" If you end up saying this, I can tell you, you are toast. This interview is probably over. You just don't know it yet. Instead, you are going to prepare so that if you're asked that question, you have the ability to show your depth of knowledge about the company and your interest. This is how you do it. You start with the annual report. The annual report is something that not only publicly traded companies produce, but almost any company produces. It just happens that if you were talking to a company that is a publicly traded company, there is tons of information available for investors. There are annual reports, there are financial statements, sometimes there are videos and podcasts, and you can learn a lot about a company. First, starting with the annual report, because in the annual report, you are going to learn exactly what it is this company does. First of all, do they produce something? What is it they produce? Do they provide services? What are the services they provide? Do they have 35 employees, 350, 3,500, or 35,000? Are they a global company? Are they a domestic company? Are they small cap, mid cap, or large cap? And if you need a recap on what market cap is, be sure to watch Jamie's video on market capitalization. But these are all important things that you should know and are easy to find out. Now, I want to tell you about one company that unfortunately is not a publicly traded company, and that is MailChimp. MailChimp has created one of the most innovative and interesting annual reports I've ever seen, and all I can say is you need to watch it. It's full of information, it's fun to watch, it's entertaining, and it will give you a whole new idea about what it is to learn about a company. So let's just say, for example, that MailChimp is a publicly traded company, and you read the annual report, you watch it, and you think, wow, this is really a great company. Not only am I going for an interview, but I'm actually going to buy a couple shares of this stock. So here you are in the interview, and you're asked, what do you think about our company? And you can very honestly say, you know, I read in the annual report that last year MailChimp donated $500,000 to COVID relief. Or I listened to a podcast that MailChimp made about one of their efforts to help people in the community. So I think what this does is, when you've done your homework, when you buy a couple of shares of stock of a company, you also become an owner. That's what buying stock is. It's ownership in the company. So let me ask you, how many recruiters or how many people who are interviewing possible employees are going to hear from that person, you know, I'm so excited about your company and what your company does that I decided to buy a couple of shares of the stock. I think that would be so intriguing for someone to hear that you have not only read through the annual report and understand what the company does, you've taken the time to buy shares of the stock, which makes you an owner, As an owner of the company, you're going to receive an invitation to the annual meeting. You're going to have the right as a shareholder to vote. So you're already part of the company that you're interviewing with. This is going to give you great confidence going into an interview. It's certainly going to give you a lot of credibility. And I think it's going to give you that special edge that you need to set yourself apart when you are interviewing. I have written an article about how investing in the stock market can help you land a job. There are plenty of resources that I cite in the article to help you find annual reports, different websites that you can go to look for information. So if you'd like to go to themodesteconomist.com and read the article, you can. Just always remember to be prepared and take the time to learn what your company does or what the company you're interviewing with does, so that you do have a way to connect to a stranger in a very short period of time and leave a great impression. Good luck on those job interviews. I hope to see you next time on The Modest Economist.